uh, booth at the library conference, it, the library conference, and we're here with Vanessa from Romeo Music, and we all we love the gear because Mackie number of gears, number keyboards, everything for educators, and uh, just wanted to get live sound. Everyone, but tell me, uh, it's no, I know a little bit, but not enough. Tell me, Melissa, uh, Vanessa, and about the your company. So yeah,
Sure thing.
yeah.
So, again, my name is Vanessa Krischel. I'm with Romeo Music, and we are a 100% woman owned small business out of Lewisville, Texas, which is in the Dallas Fort Worth area. And we specialize in things that plug in. So, that could mean a lot of things. That could be, one little microphone you need, or it could be a fully installed, integrated AV sound system set up for your performing arts center, for your football stadium, for your library. Um, Lots of libraries are integrating recording studios and video broadcast and podcasting areas. So think lots of content creation solutions for folks to come in and reserve a time and record their podcast using the library's equipment. So it's our job to help bridge that gap. Not everybody is a sound expert or sound engineer or took a class on that. So we make it our passion to be able to empower you with that knowledge to then be able to share that with others. So lots of the brands that we carry are Shure, Sennheiser, Mackie, Rode, um, Pioneer DJ. We've got so many different solutions for whatever your vision is for your program.
I love this the accomplishment of turning video and media to the libraries as well because it's so uh, it media becomes another way of communicating and it's sound audio it's just another way to uh, describe what you do to do in marketing the social media everything I, I saw the Mackie uh, uh, device. It's what's it called?
So the Mackie Content Creation Studio is called the DLZ Creator.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
But anyone is involved with podcasting will know that that's what it's about. But it's much more than that. It's becoming a media uh, uh, machine because you can dial out your phone and talk remotely, and it has plug-in for thing for devices. But I want to get D. Scott Smith in and ask some of the questions because uh, I've talked um, I've talked way too much. It's just me.
Oh man, I love having Russ. It's just being able to hang out and do some great stuff together. And here we are at the Texas Library Association in San Antonio, Texas. And Vanessa, um, we talked a little bit earlier. And how long have you been with the company?
So I am just under 2 years with Romeo Music. Before that, I was a church music minister for 4 years. That's where I learned how to do all of this. And before that, I taught secondary choir at the high school and middle school level.
So this is wonderful. So you actually have experience with using this in the field. You're not just like the sales rep. So doing music, working with the kids, and now podcasting is really a great tool. So you talk about setting up a studio. What type of equipment what would I start with if I was a librarian, if I was a small business, and I said, yeah, I would like to have a podcast. I want to have the equipment. Where do I even start?
That's a great question. So podcasting is very scalable. You could have an affordable podcast rig for under $100, and just depending on your needs, that's where we would lead you. So the essential components you need are microphones, of course, for every speaker that you have, a pair of headphones for them as well, and then you need some sort of interface or mixer to capture all of your audio sources. And so several podcasting mixers, like the Mackie DLZ behind us, offer SD card storage, so you can record directly onto an SD card and then be able to offload that wherever you need. Um, and then interfaces are great as well. So if you're using a computer and you have a free program like GarageBand or Audacity, you can then record to the interface, and that will connect from your microphones to your computer. And then you can have, again, another affordable, easy to set up solution for podcasting.
I love it. And by the way, I'm a big fan of Audacity. It is a very simple program. It's free. The learning curve is pretty short.
Very simple.
Yeah, so editing the files, adding in like music and different items. GarageBand is also a great tool, and that's pre-installed on most iOS devices, right?
Yes. So GarageBand is available for iOS devices like iPads and iPhones, and it also is available for Macs as well.
Yeah, so that's fabulous. So, what is your favorite tools to work with?
Software, hardware.
I'm going to leave it open because they all go together. You can't really do one without the other.
That's
so,
true.
what would your setup be?
So my setup would be very similar to what's behind us. My favorite broadcast microphone, that's at that $100 price point, are these Rode Pod mics, and they look the part. They sound amazing out of the box, all metal construction, and look great with a boom arm, that you can put on your table or clamp to your desk. And then I love this DLZ Creator by Mackie. It's a wonderful, easy to use. It's got this great setup assistant. Right when you take it out of the box, it guides you through every step of the way, how to connect the microphones to the mixer, how to connect the headphones, and pair your phone via Bluetooth so you don't miss anything. So that would be my first, my preferred way to do it. It doesn't have to break the bank, and it's very accessible to get into the field of podcasting.
That's fabulous. So, what other tips would people want to know if they're going into a larger venue? Because church sanctuaries are notoriously bad at acoustics because they weren't designed for sound reinforcement. So what are some of the considerations that someone would have?
That's a great question. So in house of worship, sometimes you're dealing with a really well-built space, a nice cathedral that has natural reverberations and great acoustics. Sometimes you're working with a borrowed space, maybe a school or a gym. Mm-hmm. And so you've got to overcome those challenges. Some things you can do are acoustic treatment. You can do acoustic panels on the walls. That's a great way to help deaden the sound. And then also, contacting someone like Romeo Music, we can consult with you and, look at pictures of your space, do site visits, and be able to create a custom sound system for the vision that you have for your program. And that includes live streaming. That includes, having that separate main mix in your auditorium or sanctuary, as well as a live stream mix for the folks at home who are watching online.
And that's a really good point, because what I found is a lot of churches, because of the lockdowns that happened a couple of years ago, years ago, we started live streaming out of church. But what happened is we're sending out the same mix from the sanctuary, from inside the church, out, and people couldn't hear anymore. So having a separate in-house and streaming mix is an important step.
Absolutely. And it's worth taking that time really dial in that sound and get it right for the folks at home.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And then as we kind of wind down here, share some of the nuggets that you would like people to remember, and also how to get in contact with you and maybe get an audit done or some sort of an estimate. What would you like people to remember, and how do they get in contact with you?
Absolutely. So, sound doesn't have to be as scary as it looks. There's so many resources that you can use to teach yourself how to run a soundboard, a mixer, the difference between a dynamic mic and a condenser mic. All of those things are easily accessible online. Romeo Music also offers programs like professional developments for teachers. We also hold a summer institute every June where we invite folks to come to our Louisville store, and we do these intensive all-day sound workshops. So, for instance, we do Live Audio 101, we do digital mixers, demystifying wireless microphones. And so our goal as former educators is to make this all accessible for you. And so ways you can contact us, we have a website, romeomusic.net, like Romeo and Juliet. My name is Vanessa, and so my email is Vanessa, Vanessa, at romeomusic.net. And those are two great ways to contact us. Also follow us on Facebook. We share almost daily pictures of our installs and helpful articles and links for you to be able to help you out.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thank you, Vanessa. It's I will just say, hire the professional, because someone's going to come in from your organization who's set up a sound system at home and they know what's going on, but setting up at your house, setting up in your business, setting up in a house of worship, in a stadium, it is not the same. You'll save a ton. Talk to Vanessa, romeomusic.net. And with that, thank you for coming here and sharing and letting us invade your booth in the Texas Library Association 2024 conference right here in San Antonio, Texas.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, we're going to wind down. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye-bye.